Hey Zelievers, this is SuperZomgbBBQ and this is time for the community shout out, and we're going to have some King of the Ring rewards and, strangely enough, something you guys have asked me for, a card catalogue review. So looking at all the epic and the legendary cards that I have and seeing where I have left to actually fill in. So that's going to come at the end of the video, but for now I actually promised you guys this a lot. As you may have noticed in previous videos, hashtag mydeckzomg. People will hashtag me, tweeting me all over last weekend, this weekend for Ring Domination Road to Glory. This is my opportunity to say to you, thank you for your support, and also to give you guys a nice little shout out for the work you've done. There's a lot of people now starting to transition from epic into legendary tier and getting those event cards, sometimes their first ever event cards. So the idea of this is to give some people some shout outs who hashtag mydeckzomg, but the idea is to give people a shout out who actually got the Finn Balor card. I'm going to start off down here with I Don't Care About You on Twitter. And this guy here basically is just in Legendary Plus. He worked his ass off in Road to Glory, go through the Wall of Breeze or the Breeze blocks and Hell in a Cell, and has managed to get himself the Finn Balor card. And he's not a newbie either. He's got himself his Taker card, and also he's got himself his right back card, and the glitch in the background where you can't see anything on the back of the cards. That's awesome. So we're going to move on to the next one. This is actually a bit of a fail post, and this is something from Rampi Mufouche. This guy got 193 of 195 on Finn. Oh, that's just horrible. Really bad luck, but yeah, that sucks, dude, and I'm sorry that you had that situation. Finn Domination deck from Camellone. Camellone has got the Finn card in his deck and also has got every single event card so far, just not pro'd, but he's now able to get the pro because he's able to get into Ring Domination Legendary, which is awesome. So well done to you. This one is awesome, by the way. I actually retweeted this myself because I thought this is absolutely fantastic. This is what I've been looking for. Literally just over the crack. From epic to legendary, he is on legendary tier, as you can see here. This is some LK_Marley on Twitter. Go give him a follow. He literally is just past it. So he's got his Finn card, and I'm no doubt he's going to get his first event pro, which is amazing. My suggestion would be, see if you could give him a favourite and a retweet for this tweet itself. That'd be amazing, guys. Really well done to LK Marley. Next up is Lady McQuirk on Twitter. She's actually someone who has been in my streams quite a few times, a great supporter of me, so this is a shout out to her. Now these are the last couple of RD decks that she's had. She had one previously, which is an Epic Plus, not in the range again, the event cards, but yes, her and her son as well have managed to get themselves a Finn Balor card. I believe her son got the Ring Domination one, and I believe she's got the Road to Glory one, and has now actually got herself the pro, so that's really awesome. Also, let me know if my hashtag myBalorZomg, because I may do a shout out next week as well, what you've done with your Balor Pro or your Balor single. So myBalorZomg. So hashtag on Twitter, follow me and give me a tweet. That'd be amazing to see what you've done with your thing, because I've seen a lot of crazy. All I'd say is just, when you're making it, please don't make it charisma, because Finn's charisma isn't the greatest stat. I saw some Rybacks and I've seen some Finn cards that have been not great. So my advice for King of the Rings and the exhibition especially is make sure that you don't level it in its weakest stat. Just leave that to other cards that are going to come up. Here we go from Vinny De Stefano, who has his Ryback as well as his Finn card in there. That's awesome, dude, from his Road to Glory deck. Really good job. So that's going to be that. Just get a bit of a closer view up on that. Awesome Finn card. And we're then going to have a look at Alexander Ramsey on Twitter as well, who has said, let's just get on the pictures up, and the pictures are going to show his deck beforehand, and I believe now his deck afterwards. So that was before RTG, this is after RTG, and he has the Finn card in there, which is amazing. Really good work done, and in Epic Plus as well. It's just fantastic. This next one comes from Super Bart Cards. So Super Bart Cards on Twitter. Super Bart Cards has his previous deck here, which had Taker and was on Epic Plus. Successful weekend, because you can see the changes. He went from having ultra rare cards at the bottom here to actually having all legendary cards and getting himself a shiny new Finn Balor card, which is amazing. Well done, and he's in legendary tier now, which makes it even better. So well done. Harry as well, who is a free player. He's someone who actually has been tweeting me a lot on Twitter. He hasn't got Finn in this deck, but I know that he went for it. I think he got it in the end. But basically, Finn as a card, he managed to get him, I believe, with this deck. If he didn't, then it's still pretty impressive for a free deck. He's managed to get this. So that's a shout out for him anyway. Right here. Okay. Matthew Coin _ Z. He managed to get himself not just the right back previously from PCC and RTG. He's managed to get all the event cards so far, but he's now going to get himself a Finn Balor card. And obviously, you can see it at the top here. He's got a few legendary pros to go with it. So well done, man. And 2 legendary divas. That's really, really awesome. Okay, this one is very impressive. Okay, so Jordan or Jordy C 1996. He managed to get himself a Finn card with this deck, which is incredible. You got single ultra rares, single ultra rare divas, super rare pros, epic cards. He's not been able to get up to the levels of epic and legendary, but this, I'm going to take you back to a story, okay? When I first started playing SuperCard, I had, when the Survivor tier in Season 1 came out, when Road to Glory first started, the first ever Sting card, I had one of the worst level decks I possibly can imagine. There was not many people with a worse deck than I had. I was only just in legendary tier, okay, and I didn't really understand how the deck worked, but the game type got me into SuperCard, and that's one of the reasons I've got such a passion about Road to Glory. Simply put, this is an example of where someone puts in a lot of effort and potentially springboards themselves upwards. This is something that should potentially make people be inspired to go further, to get themselves up the ladder in SuperCard. So this is definitely something that I'd recommend. Anyone who is struggling to get up the tiers, look at this picture and just say to yourself, yes, anyone can do it with Road to Glory. And that is what makes Road to Glory so good. So let's move on as well. James Long got himself the Finn card, and he's also got himself a Pro Bay, which is Kane as well. If you don't know the whole Bay story, just go back through previous videos, you'll be able to find it out as well, which is awesome, dude. And he's only just kicked over Legendary, which is great as well, which also means that he'll be in Legendary for Ring Domination. It's great. Charlie Rock managed to get himself into Legendary Plus with the Finn card. He's got all the additional pros as well. A lot of epic pros, so he's worked very hard to get where he's got to. So that's really awesome. And he's got his 2 pro legendary divas as well, which is amazing. Okay, Gate City Inc. Managed to get himself the Finn card. He didn't manage to get himself the Undertaker card the first time, but then again, a lot of people did struggle with that, so that's not anything against you, man. He got himself a John Cena and a Rollins from the last 2 couple of events, and also an Edge as well, so that's awesome. And that's how people can get a lot of help from these events. And obviously he's now going to get himself a Pro Shawn Michaels, so it means his deck's going to be even better. So he's got himself his Finn card. He's probably got another Finn card now. And he's also got himself the right back and the Sting card as well, which is really, really, really cool. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Jamie Wicks. Jamie Wicks is just an Epic Plus. He's got a couple of the event cards where he didn't get Sting last time, but he did push himself to get Finn, which is amazing. Well done, dude. This is Rickster. Rickster is just, or was just, in Epic, in Midway in Epic. He had a couple of super rares in there as well, and when after the Road to Glory, he managed to come out with this, which gave him the Finn card, which is amazing. Great work. And if you want to give him a follow, remember it is at Boden Ricky. You can see it on the screen there, at Boden Ricky. So this is another one that's very good, and this is something that I've seen only a couple of people do. Biggie Dude is one of the biggest examples of someone who's got literally on the deadline, got the Road to Glory card, the event card in just before it happened. Alfred Hayward literally got Finn with 20 minutes left to go, and his in-game name is Fraido, which is Fraido. He has managed to get himself a Finn card, which means he's going to get into Legendary tier for Ring Domination and get himself that awesome event card. Let's go for Mikey Winstanley, which is Mikey Winst on Twitter. Just over Legendary, which means he's going to be in Legendary for Ring Domination. And also means he's got himself the Finn card. Great work and some great singles there. You are going to benefit a lot from upcoming events, I'm sure. And if we can get that Diva Pro, that'd be amazing. Right. So, Gurjit Singh here. Gurjit, cool dude on Twitter, just in Legendary Plus, or Legendary Plus, sorry. A couple of awesome pros there, as well as the Finn card. That's really, really good work. Aiden is awesome. He's managed to get himself a Finn card as well, despite only having a couple of single Legendaries. That's such a good grind. Well done. And you've also got Chlorel. Chlorel has sent me on a picture of his deck. Epic plus. No event cards. You see a trend. There's a couple of people who got the event cards previously with Ryback and whatnot. This is actually someone who's not got any of the event cards. So hopefully his deck should be strong enough to go into Legendary. He can get himself his first ever Legendary Event Pro, which would be amazing. And he is at Chloro439 on Twitter. Now, in comparison, this last deck I want to show you is someone who I have played against a lot. Now, I don't have access to DT Breezy's deck because I've not got access to the past history of his photos and stuff. We actually talked privately, so I probably would have had access to that stuff if I'd got it before the video. But this is Kel in a Cell. This is what everyone who is in SuperCard should aspire to if they're going to look to get the best deck in the game. This guy has actually improved his deck beyond this. He has 4 Legendary Diva Pros as well as a full Legendary Team deck. And that show's got some of the best cards in the game here. So this is a pretty good haul. That's going to be it for the deck shoutouts. Remember, leave a comment if you like what you saw and some of the decks. And let me know who you thought who had the best deck or the best example. It's not necessarily about the quality because Kel would always win with quality. But is it... Do you think this is the best deck because of the what he's had to put into the game? Do you think the guy who was an ultra rare, who had the Finn Balor card, do you think he had the best deck because he tried so hard to get from start to finish? Let me know in the comment section below. You name literally anyone here, and I'll give them a special shout out in a future video if we get enough votes for a single person. If you like this kind of community shout out video, then let me know in the comment section or give me a like. We can go to 180 likes, that'd be amazing. And I'm going to flip over now to segue into the King of the Ring rewards. I hope you enjoyed this and hopefully we'll come back soon with more community shout outs for you, the amazing people who basically make this possible. So thank you so much for your amazing support as we travel towards 9 to 10,000 subscribers. Thanks, guys. Finish off, we now have the King of the Ring awards, which are for our Legendary and Epic card. It's going to show you what I had. I had 4 or 5 people in this King of the Ring. I can't remember exactly how many, but I actually faced against a guy, MTEO, in the final. I'm just going to show you the schedule. And this is where, just like Season 1 of SuperCard, if you never played it, this is where finishing in the top 1-2 places doesn't guarantee you a victory. I'll show you here. Basically, me and MTEO, as you can see here, finished in 3rd and 4th place, whereas A.9 and Shokis finished in 1st and 2nd. They actually finished dead on. Now, me and MTEO finished 3rd and 4th. We weren't really paying all that much attention to energizing because we knew we'd get into the finals anyway. And I beat Shokis quite convincingly in both games. I actually won 4-1 in the first game. I won with my Sting card here. I also won with Brie because I put a little bit of an additional boost on her power before I pro'd her, which gave her that little bit of an edge against other Brie batters. Toughness and Charisma, I was always going to lose against Taker, and this I got the proc from Cena. I got Speed and Charisma because I have the, I'm guessing we've got very similar stats in that role there. I had the Pump It Up, or Up Pumpin', and then obviously you're never going to lose with Taker versus Stardust. Second game he didn't energize. I got to the final, and me and MTEO went again at it. I won 4-1. With obviously the proc from Sting there, which helped. Otherwise, it was pretty much a dead set victory. I wasn't ever going to lose any of those singles games. And the second game, he again energized. He won the first match, but then lost the others because of my Pro Divas and also the additional stat boosting I did in with Sting, which is the reason why I spread my stats out with my pro event cards. Just take that as a hint. If you spread it out, you're more likely to win, especially if you got things like procs, which is what, if you look what I did better with the Balor and with a couple of the other cards, you'll see how much I've done. I think my best cards for spreading stats out, I was just going to say it was Ryback and Balor, but I'd probably say Taker and Sting are also some of the best cards I've done for spreading out. But hey, if you've got your own tips, the community's going to want to hear about it. Stick it in the comment section below. Let's get our King of the Ring awards. We are going to get ourselves NTO 10 given, a legendary, and our epic card. Now this is going to be interesting because I really need a diva, and it'd be great if I could get a pro diva. But at the same time, any pro is going to be good now because I've got the only pros I don't have, I think, are Rusev and Dean Ambrose, and obviously the divas. Other than that, I've got everything I need. So I'm just going to claim the rewards here, hopefully get ourselves a legendary diva. Let's go. Legendary epic card. Let's get something good. Come on. Come on. It's Sheamus. Oh, God. Actually, he's one of the only singles I don't have. So from a collector's point of view, that's awesome. Let's actually have a look at the catalogue now. I've got that as my rewards. Let's go to the card catalogue. Season 2 cards. Let's go to Legendary. 58 of 74. Pro-wise, I'm still missing out Bray Wyatt, Cameron, Dean Ambrose. Dolph Ziggler's going to be done very soon. I don't have an Eve yet. I obviously won't ever get Kevin Owens. I'm missing Mark Henry, which is quite lucky because he's a terrible card. Nikki Bella, pro missing. Roman Reigns, surprisingly, although he always evades me. Rusev pro, I'm missing. Sheamus, I've just got. An Ultimate Warrior, so I'm actually really close to filling up the whole legendary tier, other than the divas, of course, because I'm still waiting on that elusive 4th Diva Pro. Come on, man, I just want a Diva Pro. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching the shout out video. Just whilst we're there, we'll go through the epic cards. Well, I'm 64-68 in epics. I'm still waiting for a Brie Bella Pro because people like this kind of stuff going through the catalogs. Eve, I never actually ever packed or pulled an Eve. Goldust as well. Goldust as well as a pro, I never had. Paige, never had a Paige or a Paige Pro. Nikki Bella, never had the Pro. That's really it. Ryback, I never had the Pro. Other than that, I have every epic card in the collection. Don't worry about Ultra and all that, because from Ultra Red downwards, it's just infested with Fusion stuff, and no one's ever going to get all the cards in the Fusion catalog. It's a great idea to include them in there, because it gives everyone an idea for what's available, but it's still a bit like, yeah, you know. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If we can aim for this community shout-out, show King of the Ring Awards and card catalog review, then that'd be amazing if we can get something like, I don't know, 185 likes. Just something to say that you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you want to see more of these things in the future, especially with Ring Domination Road to Glory coming out every so often. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, ZOOM!